Tel Aviv, Israel. The news reports started as a trickle, then a flood. At first, it was just a few curious headlines, a passing mention on the evening news. But soon, it became impossible to ignore. Something remarkable was happening in the heart of Israel. On the bustling streets of Tel Aviv and in the quiet parks of Jerusalem, a new sound is emerging. It's not Hebrew, it's not Arabic, it's Filipino. The gentle cadence of Tagalog, once foreign to these lands, now weaves through playgrounds, markets, and city squares, blending seamlessly with the everyday rhythm of Israeli life. Israelis, from children to grandparents, are speaking Tagalog, counting, singing, and sharing jokes in a language from over 5,000 miles away. In living rooms across the country, bedtime stories are told in Tagalog, and laughter echoes in a language that once belonged only to visitors. This isn't a government initiative or a trendy new school program. There are no official policies, no curriculum changes, no national campaigns urging people to learn Tagalog. The story behind this linguistic phenomenon is deeply personal and moving. It's a story written in the small, everyday moments of care, trust, and connection between families and the people who help raise their children and care for their elders. It's been unfolding quietly, behind closed doors for decades. While the world looked elsewhere, a quiet transformation was taking place in the most intimate spaces of Israeli life. Headlines asked, Israel's new secret language, and what's behind the Tagalog boom? And why are Sabra kids counting in Tagalog? Suddenly, the language of Filipino caregivers was on everyone's lips, sparking curiosity and conversation. The world, used to stories of conflict from this region, was caught off guard. Instead of headlines about division, there was a story of unexpected unity. One that transcended borders and backgrounds. But the reason for this cultural shift isn't found in politics or economics. It's not about policy or profit, but about people. About the bonds that form when cultures meet in the most personal of ways. It's found in the living rooms, kitchens, and hearts of ordinary Israeli families. Here, Tagalog is spoken over shared meals, in whispered goodnights, and in the laughter that fills a home. Imagine walking through Hyrcan Park. A mother pushes her child on a swing, counting in Tagalog, Isa, Dalawa, Tatlo. The words are gentle, familiar, and full of warmth, echoing across the playground. Nearby, an elderly man laughs with his Filipino companion, sharing snacks and words in Tagalog. Their friendship is a testament to the bridges built through language and care. These are not isolated incidents, they're snapshots of a new, evolving cultural landscape. Across Israel, Tagalog is becoming a thread that ties together families of different backgrounds, creating a tapestry of shared experience. The Filipino language has become a symbol of something deeply cherished in Israel. It represents gratitude, respect, and the unique bonds that form when people open their homes and their hearts to one another. This is a quiet revolution of the heart, challenging our assumptions about Israel and its people. It's a story of how love and appreciation can cross oceans and languages. The spread of Filipino here isn't about assimilation, it's about appreciation. It's about learning from one another and celebrating the richness that comes from cultural exchange. It's about a nation opening its arms to another culture, out of gratitude and familial love. In these moments, Tagalog becomes more than just a language. It becomes a bridge between worlds. This is the story of how a language of service became a language of family. It's a story of connection, of kindness, and of the unexpected ways cultures can shape one another. And how, in the most unexpected way, Tagalog became a new lingua franca in Israeli homes. A living testament to the power of language to unite, to heal, and to create something entirely new. In a world saturated with news of division, this story stands apart. It's a story that doesn't make headlines for conflict or controversy, but for the quiet, everyday moments that bring people together. While the world often focuses on what separates us, here is a narrative that highlights what unites us. It's not about walls, but bridges, about empathy and the quiet bonds that form when people from different worlds share their lives. These are connections built not on grand gestures, but on small acts of kindness, patience, and understanding that happen in the heart of the home. The growing use of Filipino in Israel is a reminder that human connection can flourish in unexpected places. In living rooms and kitchens, a new language is spoken, not out of necessity, but out of affection and respect. For thousands of Israeli families, Filipino is now the language of comfort, care, and unwavering support. It's the voice that soothes in times of need, the words that reassure when life feels uncertain. It's the language of lullabies, sung softly at night to calm restless minds, bridging generations and cultures with every gentle note. Of gentle words to aging parents, of daily life. It's present in the morning greetings, the shared laughter over breakfast, and the quiet encouragement during difficult days. Israelis aren't learning it for business or travel, they're learning it because it's become the soundtrack of their homes. The language echoes through hallways, a testament to the bonds that have formed. The Filipino community, primarily caregivers, has woven itself into the fabric of Israeli society through quiet dedication and love. Their presence is felt, not just in the care they provide, but in the warmth and joy they bring to the families they serve. They brought not just skills, but a spirit of generosity and resilience, sharing their lives and stories with those they care for. But culture, traditions, and language. Through food, music, and celebrations, they have introduced a piece of their homeland, enriching Israeli homes with new flavors and customs. In return, Israeli families have embraced them, creating a space where two cultures enrich one another. Together, they have built a new kind of family, one that transcends borders and backgrounds. This is not about governments or politics, it's about gratitude, expressed in the most intimate way. Learning the language of someone you care for. It's about saying thank you, not just with words, but with actions and open hearts. It's a simple human story, and its beauty lies in that simplicity. In these homes, connection triumphs over conflict, and love speaks in many languages. The Filipino language entered Israeli homes not through schools, but through care. For decades, Filipino workers have come to Israel to care for the elderly, disabled, and children. They arrived as employees, but many became trusted companions and family. Tagalog became the language of daily routines, gentle reminders, cheerful greetings, comforting words at night. Israeli children grew up with Filipino nannies, learning lullabies, counting, and games in Tagalog. For these kids, Filipino wasn't foreign, it was the language of play and affection. This organic, loving transmission of language is something no formal education could replicate. The language seeped into lives through shared meals, laughter, and vulnerability. Tagalog became a bridge, a symbol of the unique, powerful relationships formed within Israeli homes. To understand the Israeli-Filipino bond, we must look back. In 1947, the Philippines cast a crucial vote for the creation of Israel, an act of friendship never forgotten. The Philippines was the only Asian nation to support Israel's birth, laying the foundation for a unique relationship. This goodwill opened doors for cooperation and eventually, Filipino migration to Israel. When Filipino workers arrived, they were welcomed as friends, not just laborers. This history created a climate of respect and warmth, shaping perceptions for generations. The Filipino language spoken in Israeli homes today is a living legacy of that promise of friendship. The Filipino community in Israel is a story of quiet integration and profound impact. What began as a small stream of migrant workers is now a vibrant, respected community. They faced challenges, loneliness, cultural adjustment, separation from family, but built strong support networks and a sense of belonging. Over time, Filipinos earned a reputation for skilled, compassionate care. The term Filipina became synonymous with loving, high-quality caregiving. They became essential members of the community, seen in parks, synagogues, and public celebrations. The Israeli government has acknowledged their contribution, protecting their rights. Filipinos have enriched the Israeli story with their traditions, values, and language. The Filipino caregiver's role in Israeli homes often transcends the job description. They become confidants, playmates, and pillars of support, integral to the family's well-being. Learning Tagalog is a gesture of connection, respect, and gratitude. It says, I see you, I value you, I want to understand your world. This language learning happens organically, driven by emotion, not necessity. Trust is built as families entrust loved ones to caregivers from another country. When that trust is rewarded with care and affection, a powerful bond forms. The caregiver is no longer an outsider, they become family. Tagalog becomes a vessel for emotions, gratitude, respect, and love. Family here is defined by the bonds of care we forge, not just by blood. The cultural exchange in Israeli-Filipino households is a two-way street. It's a fusion of food, music, holidays, and daily customs. Kitchens become places of collaboration. Filipino adobo meets Israeli shakshuka. Holidays are shared, Passover and Hanukkah alongside Christmas and Filipino traditions. Homes might display a Hanukkah menorah next to a Filipino parole lantern. Filipino pop music and Tagalog TV dramas become part of the family soundtrack. Children pick up both cultures effortlessly, asking for tubig instead of mayim, learning about utang na loob. Caregivers learn Hebrew prayers to help those they care for. This is not a formal exchange, it's a living, breathing one, happening in thousands of homes. It's a testament to the beauty of shared human experience. the Israeli-Filipino connection has evolved into new multicultural families. Relationships have led to marriages and a new generation of Israeli-Filipino children. These families embody the cultural bridge. Children grow up bilingual, celebrating both Jewish and Filipino traditions. For Israeli partners, learning Tagalog is an act of love and respect, connecting with their spouse's heritage. It ensures their children are proud heirs to both cultures. These families represent the future of the Israeli-Filipino relationship. Their children, the Sabrapinos, carry this unique heritage forward. They are living proof that love can transcend national and cultural boundaries. The story of Israelis learning Filipino isn't just about linguistics. It's about love, about the invisible threads that tie people together across continents and cultures. It's a testament to the human heart's capacity to reach out and connect, even when words are foreign at first. It's about gratitude so profound it seeks expression in the most personal way, by embracing the language of those who care for us, by making their words our own, and by saying thank you in a way that goes beyond simple gestures. Politics can build alliances, but not the kind of connection formed within a family. True bonds are forged at the dinner table, in laughter, in shared stories, and in the quiet moments of understanding that don't need translation. The spread of Filipino in Israel is the ultimate symbol of this grassroots bond, a language that has found its way into homes, hearts, and daily life, far from its native shores. It's a language learned in the heart, not the classroom. It's picked up in the warmth of shared laughter, in bedtime stories, and in the gentle encouragement of a caregiver who becomes family. Filipino caregivers gave their dedication and culture. They brought traditions, flavors, and songs, enriching Israeli homes with new colors and sounds. Israeli families gave them a place in their homes and hearts, opening doors not just to their houses, but to their lives and their love. The language became the currency of this emotional exchange, a bridge that allowed feelings to flow freely, turning strangers into family. It's a powerful counter-narrative to a world focused on division. In a time when headlines are filled with conflict, these families quietly build unity, one word and one act of kindness at a time. The sound of Tagalog in Tel Aviv is the sound of gratitude, a living echo of friendship and trust, a melody that weaves through the city's streets and homes, reminding us of the beauty of connection. It's a beautiful, unexpected story of how a language became the ultimate symbol of unity and love, a story written not in textbooks, but in the hearts of those who chose to understand and embrace each other.